There is a whole bunch that happens in the book of Exodus. And while it's tempting to kind of want to go through it story by story, I want to stay focused on what it is that got us started looking at Moses in the first place. And that's the promise made to Joseph that the Israelites would one day return to their own land. It's worth mentioning here that they spent 40 years going through the desert. They swing between being faithful to God and once He's provided for them in a really miraculous way, to completely forgetting about God and then going off and doing their own thing, getting into trouble. And then as they realize they're really not doing well, they turn to God, call out to Him, and He saves them. And they respond with incredible faithfulness, but just for a time. And then the whole cycle starts again. But they do eventually make their way through the desert, and they're just about to cross into the promised land, the land which is flowing with milk and honey. It's at about this time that Moses dies. He doesn't quite make it. He sees it. He sees the land ahead of them, but he doesn't actually get to set foot in it. And it's here that we read today's passage. They're just about to cross the Jordan River into the promised land, finally fulfilling the promise from years ago. But hear the words and hear what God says to them, and may it be true in your own life, whether it's for exams which are in front of you and maybe they feel quite scary, or anything else. In fact, part of this verse I said at the matric dedication service. So matrics, you get to now hear the whole blessing, and you can feel that assurance once again as you cross over into a different chapter of your life. So reading from the book of Joshua, chapter 1. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord's aide said to Joshua son of Nun, Moses' aide, Moses my servant is dead. Now then you and all these people are ready to cross the Jordan River into the land I am about to give them, to the Israelites. I will give you every place where you set foot, as I promised Moses. Your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon, and from the great river the Euphrates, all the Hittite country to the Mediterranean Sea in the west. No one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their ancestors to give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it from the left or to the right, that you may be successful in whatever you do. Keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.